Okay, hello Year 10. We're back again looking at reversible reactions. So remember, the first reversible reaction we looked at was ammonium chloride. We had a white solid, we heated it, and then we were looking to see what happened further up the boiling tube and being able to explain what happened in terms of reversible reactions. Next one we're going to look at is hydrated copper sulfate. So we're going to put some copper sulfate into our boiling tube. Note the colour at the beginning. Then we're going to heat it and we're going to see what happens to the colour of our copper sulfate, and then we're going to see if we can explain why that happens. So if we put some spatulas of copper sulfate into our boiling tube, and then you'll be able to see the colour of the copper sulfate. Here. So you can see at the bottom of our boiling tube we've got some copper sulfate. So note the colour of the copper sulfate at the start of our reaction. I'll just add in a little bit more copper sulfate, I think, before we heat it. So make sure you can remember the colour at the start. So here's the colour of the copper sulfate at the start. We're going to heat it, and then we're going to have a look to see if anything happens to this copper sulfate as we're heating it. So remember, it's a reversible reaction. So think about what the word reversible means. Think about what reaction means. And then we'll see if we can explain what's going on. So we're heating it, and I can see that the bottom is definitely changing colour. We just need to leave it for a little bit longer, and then hopefully we should see the top changing colour as well. And there's definitely something coming out of the boiling tube at the moment as well, so we need to think about what that might be that's coming out of our boiling tube. Okay, so what we need to try and do is tip our boiling tube over. I just turn this to safety flame for a moment, and then inside the boiling tube you can see the copper sulfate that we've been heating. So think about what colour was it at the start before I was heating it in the Bunsen burner, and has it changed colour at all now? So I've been heating it for about a minute, I guess. Has it changed, or does it look the same? Okay, hopefully we can all agree that it's changed. So at the start of the reaction it was blue because it was hydrated copper sulfate. Think about what hydrated means. When you're hydrated, what have you got? And now it's called anhydrous copper sulfate. So anhydrous is a little bit like if you say that you're dehydrated. So if you say you're dehydrated, think about what you might be lacking at that point. So anhydrous copper sulfate is lacking the same thing. So if we add some water to our anhydrous copper sulfate, let's see what happens to our copper sulfate in our beaker. Okay, and as we add the water, it steams a little bit. So because it's steaming, giving off energy. So think about what type of reaction that must be if it's giving off energy. So heat's coming out of it. Does that mean it's exo or endothermic? Think about why this is a reversible reaction. So at the beginning we had hydrated copper sulfate, which was blue. We heated it in the Bunsen burner for about a minute, and it formed anhydrous copper sulfate, which was white. And then we put it into the small beaker, we added a few drops of water with the pipette, and think about what's now happened to the copper sulfate. Why is this a reversible reaction? Have a think about it, and then we'll have a look at your answers. Okay, thank you, bye bye.